Chapter 1, Class 7th, Nutrition in Plant. We know that green plants make their own food by the process of photosynthesis. Plant synthesize carbohydrate by hydrogen, carbon and oxygen. But plant also synthesize fats and protein. Protein get by nitrogen. Plant getting nitrogen by two way. One, there is an animal present inside the soil which is rhizobium, which absorb atmospheric nitrogen and give to water in a soluble form. So first nitrogen taken by plant through soil, and second farmers provide fertilizer to the soil to improve their fertility. So plants gets nitrogen by this two way. We know that balanced diet contain all the nutrients like carbohydrates, fats, protein, vitamins and minerals. So plants also need some nutrients for their development. Carbohydrate already taken by carbon, oxygen and so plant get carbohydrate by carbon, hydrogen and oxygen during the process. CO2 and H2O both are the raw material in this process, and the protein get by nitrogen. The plant take nitrogen by two way, one from the soil and second by the farmer. Artificial fertilizer are get. In this book, there are two paragraphs related to this topic. I will read it. Carbohydrate that plants synthesize during photosynthesis are made up of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. I was telling you. These are used to synthesize other components of food such as protein and fats. Protein contain nitrogen. Through air contain large amount of nitrogen. We know that air is a composition of mixture of gas in which maximum concentration of gas is nitrogen. Plants cannot absorb this atmospheric nitrogen, whatever the present in our atmosphere in air. Plants do not absorb directly. Plants taken nitrogen by two way. First, soil contains a bacteria called rhizobium that can convert atmospheric nitrogen into water soluble compound, and that water soluble compound present inside the soil, which is taken by root hairs and xylem vessels take it and provided to leaf. Plants absorb these components along with water to get nitrogen. Second way to getting nitrogen by the plant is farmers add fertilizers and fertilizer rich in nitrogens to the soil, and these are absorbed by plants. I hope you will understand the concept of absorbing nitrogen by the plant. Next topic is heterotrophic nutrition. We know that non-green plants and animals do not make their food. They directly or indirectly depend upon green plants. And the mode of nutrition in which organisms do not make their own food by themselves are said to be or known as heterotrophic nutrition. I repeat, the mode of nutrition in which animals do not make their own food by themselves are known as heterotrophic nutrition. Those organisms having this mode of nutrition, this heterotrophic mode of nutrition, are said to be heterotrophs. Herbivorous animals depend directly on green plants, and carnivorous are depend upon animals, and animals get their food also from green plants or other animals, and we know that green plants make their own food by the help of sunlight. So the ultimate source of energy of all the organisms is only the sun. The sun provide energy to plant, and then plant make their own food by the process of photosynthesis. And after the process of photosynthesis, animal get their food by plants, and then after other animals take their food by plants or other animals. So this is the way by which all the organisms are depend on each other by plants and animals. Heterotrophic nutrition in plants. Some green plants live in or other living organisms are derive their food from them. For example, dodder is a plant that suck food from other plant using root-like structure, and they are said to be parasite. Some plants are not green. They do not able to make their own food, but they suck food from other plant. And those plants which suck from other plant their food, they are said to be parasite, as similar as animals.